Hi, everybody. Mr. Doherty here, and today, unfortunately, I have my last read aloud for you for the summer, as we are entering into summer holidays. So, let's begin. Today's read aloud is The Day I Swapped My Dad for Two Goldfish, written by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Dave McKean. And let's begin. One day, my mom went out and left me at home with just my little sister and my dad. My dad sat in front of the television reading his newspaper. My dad doesn't pay much attention to anything when he's reading his newspaper. I may be guilty of that just a little bit, maybe. My little sister and I played in the garden. My sister played with her Barbie dolls, and I played at putting mud down my sister's neck. My friend Nathan came over to my house. He had a glass bowl with him. There was something in the glass bowl. "What is that?" I said. "Two goldfish," he said. "They are called Swanee and Beanie. Aren't they neat?" They were pretty neat. "I'll swap you them," I said. "For what?" asked Nathan. Yeah, goldfish are pretty cool. We went up to my bedroom. My little sister tagged along. I showed Nathan my old Transformer robots and my baseball cards and my books. I showed him my old punching bag and my penny whistle that Mommy said made her head ache when I blew it. I showed him my old spaceship that I didn't float in my bath anymore, and the puppet with the tangled strings, and I even showed him Clowny, my clown that I slept with. And every time I showed him something, Nathan said, "No." He went downstairs. Spaceship might be pretty cool. "Isn't there anything you would swap for the goldfish?" I asked Nathan. They were very nice goldfish. They were ruddy gold, and they swam backwards and forwards in their bowl. "No," said Nathan. "Not Transformer robots or baseball cards or books or a punching bag or a penny whistle, even if it does make your mom's head ache, or a spaceship or a puppet or even that old Clowny." I thought for a bit. Some people have great ideas, maybe once or twice in their life, and then they discovered electricity or fire or outer space or something. I mean, the kind of brilliant ideas that change the whole world. Some people never have them at all. Like I had the great idea of reading out read alouds. I get them 2 or 3 weeks, 3 times a week. "I'll swap you my dad." "Oh," said my sister. "That's not a fair swap," said Nathan. "I have got 2 goldfish and you've only got 1 dad." "He's bigger than your goldfish, though," I pointed out. "He's as big as 100 goldfish." 100 goldfish. Ooh. "Can he swim?" asked Nathan. "Better than a goldfish," I told Nathan. "Liar," said my little sister. "He splashes and splashes at the swimming pool." "Okay," said Nathan. He gave me 2 goldfish in the goldfish bowl, and he took my dad away with him. I watched the goldfish for a while. "You'll get into big trouble when Mommy gets home." "Won't. You'll see," said my little sister. My little sister said, "You will see." Big trouble. When my mother came home, I said, Mom, can we buy some goldfish food? If we have to, dear, said my mother. Where's your father? Come and see my goldfish, I said. Aren't they pretty? Very pretty, dear, said my mother. Said my little sister. Don't speak with your mouth full, darling, said my mother. Yes, it is very rude and impolite for you to speak with your mouth full, so don't. Mother was right. She shouted out the stairs. She knocked on the door of the bathroom. She called out into the garden. My father didn't reply. That's very odd, said my mother. Said my little sister. Don't pay any attention to her. Come and look at my goldfish. But my mother untied my little sister and took the sock out of her mouth. Do you know where your father is? My mother asked. I wonder if little sister's going to tell. My little sister pointed at me. He swapped him to his friend Nathan for these 2 goldfish. My mother looked at me sharply. Young man, she said, is it true? She only calls me young man if she's very, very mad. Yes, I said. Right, said my mother. And she picked up the bowl of goldfish and handed it to me. You can take these goldfish over to Nathan this minute, and don't you come back without your father. I told you so, said my little sister. And you can go with him, said my mother. Fancy allowing your brother to swap your father for 2 goldfish in a bowl? The very idea. The very idea. Ooh. So we went to Nathan's house. He only lives over the road. I knocked on the door. Nathan's mother came out. Is Nathan here? I asked. Where did you get those goldfish? She asked me. They were a present to Nathan from his Aunt Violet. I swapped them, I said, and now I have to swap them back again. She sent Nathan out to talk to me. Here are your goldfish, I told him. Thank you, said Nathan. Well, said Nathan, yes and no. Now, can I have my dad back? Uh-oh, said my little sister. I bet if my boys were trying to trade me that they wouldn't get me back either. What's that supposed to mean? I asked Nathan. Follow me, he said. We went upstairs to Nathan's bedroom. It was even messier than my bedroom. Nathan had an electric guitar, a big white one. I swapped this electric guitar with Vashti Sai, he said. Nathan, I said to him, what did you swap to Vashti so he would give you her electric guitar? If you get off me, I will tell you, he said. I got off him. Ooh. I swapped her your dad, he said. I said, said my little sister. Well, he wasn't very excited, said Nathan. All he did was read the paper. I took the guitar and we walked over to Vashti's house. I could be a rock and roll star, I said to my sister. You could be an idiot, said my sister to me. I rang Vashti's doorbell. I said to Vashti, Vashti giggled. All Vashti's sisters giggled too. I've got your guitar for you. Can I have my dad back, please? They giggled again. Please, Vashti, said my little sister. Vashti shrugged her shoulders. Wait here, she said. She took the guitar away from me. A guitar We could go on the road and be a rock and roll star. Yeah! When she came back, she was carrying a gorilla mask. Oh no, I said. Oh no, said my little sister. I swapped your dad with Blinky, said Vashti. Blinky had this really good gorilla mask. Where's a banana? Where's Blinky's house? I asked Vashti. She told me how to get there. It was going to be a long walk. Off we set. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Walkity walk, walkity walk, 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 walk. Can I put on the gorilla mask? Asked my little sister. Okay, I said. She put on the gorilla mask. When you are going to put it, when are you going to put it on? I said. I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. When are you going to put on your gorilla mask? That's pretty mean. My little sister took off the gorilla mask. He walked some more. We walked some more. I put on the gorilla mask. My sister went over to a policeman. Help! Quick! Shouted my sister. The gorilla is escaping from the zoo! Oh! That's pretty mean. Oh! The policeman ran over and caught me. He made me take off the mask. Then he told me off. He would have told my sister off, only she did her innocent little girl face, so he didn't. It's not fair. Said my sister. Watch it, I told her. Watch, just watch it. That's all. Yeah, some sisters have that cute little look and they can get away with almost anything. Blinky had a very big house. We went up to the front door and rang the bell. The butler came out. Can we speak to Blinky? I said to the butler. Whom shall I say is calling? Said the butler. Me, I said. And me, said my little sister. Blinky came down the big stairs. He looked very pleased to see the gorilla mask. Are you bringing it back? He asked. Yes, we are, I told him. Blinky made the butler give us ginger beer. I liked it even though the bubbles tickled my nose. My sister made a face. Now I asked if, when I finished the ginger beer, where's my dad? Ah, said Blinky. He went away again around to the side of the house. This is Galveston, said Blinky. When he came back, Galveston was a fat white rabbit with one black ear. Galveston's what I swapped for your father, said Blinky. I gave him the gorilla mask. He gave me Galveston and a map he drew of how to get to Patty's house. I'd never walked so far in my whole life. Did you know that the Ojibwe word for rabbit is waboosh? I think ginger beer is the most horrible thing in the world, said my sister. Up the hill and down the hill, up worse than boiled beets. I asked her. No, she said, not that bad. While we walked, Galveston the rabbit sat in my arms and made its nose go woofy. My sister tried to make her nose go woofy as Galveston's, but she couldn't do it. Can you make your nose go like Galveston? I knocked on the door of Patty's house. Galveston shouted, Patty. Galveston, Patty's mother and father. Galveston, shouted Patty's brother. Galveston, shouted the Queen of Melanesia, who was there on a visit. The Queen! No doubt, the Queen even wanted Galveston. They took the rabbit right away from us and fussed all over it and gave it some lettuce. Patty took my hand. Thank you for bringing Galveston back, she said. We missed it. We walked into the back garden. There was a little rabbit hutch there, and next to the rabbit hutch was a little run with a chicken wire all around it. My dad sat on the grass in the chicken wire run, reading his newspaper and eating a carrot. He looked a bit lonely, and he had grass all over his trousers. I love eating carrots too. Come on, Dad, I said, and I opened the gate to the chicken wire. My dad crawled through the gate on his hands and knees. He's not a very good rabbit, said Patty. He's not meant to be, I said. He's a very good daddy. He can keep the carrot, she said. Thanks for bringing back Galveston. No problem, I said. See ya. You like her? Said my little sister. I can tell. I'm going to tell everyone at school. Somebody likes Patty. Oh! Last week, my sister told everyone at school that I was a space alien, pretending that I was a space alien, and it was pretending to be me. If you do, I told her, I'll tell everyone that you're secretly a cat. Children, said my father, and he carried on eating his carrot and reading his paper until we got home. That must be a brother and sister thing. Oh, I love my two older sisters. Hi, Haley. Hi, Wendy. Love you. When we got home, my mother said things like, just look at the state of him. And she made him go and have a bath, and she put all his clothes into the washing. While my dad was in the bath, my mother told me off. And when she finished telling me off, she made me promise, cross my heart, that I would never ever swap my dad for anything ever again. And I promised. So I won't. Just like a scout, I will dib and dub. But I never promised anything about my little sister. The end. Now, my challenge to you is in the comments below, either to act, draw, or write, or you could videotape a story of something that you traded and it went from friend to friend to friend to friend to friend to friend, and tell me what they traded to try to get it back. So you could have an adventure just like this. What a great summer project that would be. And then in September, we can share all of the great stories. Until the fall, Mr. Doherty saying, God bless.